Hello everyone, welcome to Mech Tutorials Hub. In this video lecture, we are going to talk about manufacturing, and this topic is all about introduction to manufacturing, where I am going to cover topics based on complete manufacturing, what are the latest trends in manufacturing, and I am going to discuss also about the upcoming topics that I am going to cover. Whenever we talk about manufacturing in general, we'll talk about casting or extrusion or deep drawing processes. When it actually comes to academics of CAD CAM, and this manufacturing is a part of CAD CAM, where I'm going to cover computer aided manufacturing, not just manufacturing, as we are in computer aided designing and manufacturing. In the previous lectures of CAD CAM, we have covered topics based on designing, complete design part, and after that we are going to cover a topic based on CAM, computer aided manufacturing. Okay, how we can manufacture a component based on computers, by the use of computers. Okay, now by the introduction of computers in manufacturing, the productivity will increase, accuracy will increase, maybe the manpower required may come down, but ultimately our aim is to produce accurate components with mass production, in time production. Okay, that is the main aim. Now after the introduction of computers in manufacturing, we come across machines like, you might have heard about NC machines, CNC, computer numerical control machines, direct numerical control machines. Okay, if in short, if you talk about numerical control, computer numerical control, here in case of numerical control, we used to have few elements. Like if you talk about what are the elements that this particular numerical control consists of, it contains machine tool, nothing but the machine. Okay, and to that particular machine we need to transfer some information. That information is transferred by using punch tape, we call. Okay, which is in this particular format, that it is like a tape kind of structure on which we used to punch information. We used to punch information in the form of symbols, okay, and numbers, type info or punch information. Now again, to punch that particular information, we used to have punch tape, and there is a machine called tape reader now, which can read the information punched on that particular tape. Okay, that information is passed on to the machine tool to manufacture the required component. Now this punch tape is prepared by using what you call, there used to be a typewriter, okay, on which we try to punch it, and that is going to read by it. Okay, the arrangement is something like this. There will be a machine tool of this kind. There is a relation, connectivity between. Okay, this will control all, it acts as a controller, acts as a bridge between the machine tool and the punch tape or a tape reader. Fine, the arrangement is something. These are the elements that covers under this particular NC machines. If you talk about computer numerical control, if you talk about the next link is computer numerical control. This particular computer numerical control talk about computer numerical control, nothing but same manufacturing process can be attempted by using a computer. Okay, there will be a computer on which we will try to write the program. For example, there will be a computer. By using this computer and the existing softwares, we will try to write, we can write a program by using G and M codes. Okay, now these G codes are nothing but preparatory functions, and M codes are nothing but miscellaneous functions. Okay, now preparatory functions will help the tool to travel in a specific direction. Okay, that is coded with the help of G followed by a number followed by X and Y coordinates. Okay, that we'll discuss in deep when we actually work on programming. Okay, other than that, miscellaneous function talk about the machine, whether to turn on the coolant or turn off the coolant, whether the spindle has to rotate in clockwise direction or counterclockwise direction, and many other information that we come across in case of miscellaneous functions. Okay, now with the introduction of computers in NC, like computer numerical control, computers will do most of the work, where accuracy will be improved, in time production can be done, in time dispatch can be done, and faster production, mass production, batch production, everything is possible by using this. But there will be a control in the inventory also. The most importantly, inventory control, that is the main important point, other than mass production, batch production. Fine, many other things can be changed by using this programming. Even we can check the program before we actually go on to the machine to manufacture. Other than this, one more is direct numerical control. When the direct numerical control, this will help you to control number of CNC machines. For example, there is a process going on in a firm. There are different processes are going on in a specific firm where different CNC machines are working under it, and all the machines, maybe 3 different CNC machines or 4 or 10 different CNC machines need to work, and that need to be operated from one single controller. Okay, that can be done by using direct numerical control. Will have the capability to control number of CNC machines, maybe each and every specific CNC machine working under different projects. Okay, maybe this one, number 2 and number 3. Likewise, you have number of machines, and all the machines are controlled from one single place. Okay, so that is nothing but direct numerical control. Maybe all the works are similar, maybe of different kind. That is a basic difference. Okay, now after the introduction of computers in manufacturing, there is a lot more improvement in accuracy and production rate also. If you talk about the applications of CAM, computer aided manufacturing, there are a lot more applications. In general, if you take the first and foremost comes in mind as automobile industry, because day to day there is a lot more improvement in the automobile industry when it comes to each and every car design, the aesthetic appearance of the car or any other automobile. So every day or every 2 days there is a new thing in the market related to automobile. That new thing can be developed by using this particular processes. Designing can be done, even the manufacturing can be done, or else you can create a prototype to have a visual effect of that particular part or a component before it is going to manufacture with the actual material. Okay, automobile plays a key role, then industry. Okay, or you can talk about core mechanical industry, like you can use it in steam turbine field, gas turbine field, while manufacturing compressors, while manufacturing any other simple bearing workshop or something. You can do mass production by using computer numerical controls. That is possible. Okay, this CAM will help you in many of the cases to manufacture any of the component. Okay, in the present scenario, mostly it is used in automobile industry, aerospace industry, and core mechanicals, any of the core mechanicals. Under multidisciplinary also, if you take electrical circuits design can be done. Okay, electronics people will also using these particular CAM softwares for production of their specific components. Now this is the best way or simplest way to do so. Now if you talk about the advanced technologies, in the upcoming advanced technologies, we are not actually, we will talk about the traditional way of manufacturing. Okay, with this particular point you can understand easily that there are many technical things available now. When we talk about the traditional way of manufacturing, first and foremost thing come in mind is casting process or a foundry. Okay, casting, or you can call it as foundry. In academics, if you talk about casting process, will try to create a mold and pour the molten metal to get the desired component. Once it is we got the desired component, it got solidified, we'll try to do finishing and we'll try to use it for the required operation. Okay, now this is one way, or you can take it as extrusion process is one of the way, or maybe a deep drawing process. Likewise, you have many other ways of creating a component. This is what we call it as a traditional way of manufacturing. There are many other ways to do so. Okay, for example, if you talk about composite materials, if you talk about other than the traditional, these composite materials can be fabricated by using many ways. Like if you talk about first one, maybe a hand layup technique, or a pultrusion process, or a compression process, or a spraying method. Okay, hand layup technique or a pultrusion process, maybe a spraying method. Likewise, you have many methods to fabricate a composite material. There is no specific material. You can't fabricate a component by casting process or an extrusion process in case of composite materials. Okay, so further there are many other ways existing already. Now these composite materials, because it all depends on what is the type of composite material you are going to use, whether you are working on a polymer, whether you are working on a ceramic material or a metal matrix related, it all depends. For example, it depends on whether person is working on a polymer material or a ceramic material or else a metal matrix. It all depends. Okay, these three are different processes other than the traditional way. To To overcome this particular traditional way, we come up with some other materials and methodologies to fabricate the material. Fine. Now here in computer aided manufacturing, we are not going to talk about the traditional way of manufacturing. We are going to talk about the technical way, and upcoming technologies we are going to talk about how to improve the technology and how to improve the production process, how to improve the mass production rate, accuracy, how to reduce the wastage of material, how to reduce the manpower, okay, material handling techniques, many other, okay, how to centralize the complete firm of manufacturing. Okay, all these are important terms to be used. For that, we have many more softwares existing in the market, and in, most of the firms are already using them. So that is the main motto. If you talk about your academics, this process you already come across in many other subjects. But when you talk about CAD and CAM, you talk about new trends, new technologies in the market. Now if you talk about new technologies, first and foremost thing related to CAD CAM, whichever the syllabus belong to maybe whichever the university, but in general you have topics like flexible manufacturing system, FMS, and topics like computer aided process planning, what is group technology and methods classifications, and you have topics like rapid prototype technology, and you have topic like 3D print. Now our rapid prototyping and 3D printing more or less both are same, but still we'll try to discuss each and every topic specifically. 3D printing, okay, maybe a reverse engineering. These are all the topics that we are going to cover. We are not going to talk about the traditional way of manufacturing a component. We are going to talk about latest technology that is available in the market, that is with the organization, and what are the software that going to use. Okay, these are the upcoming topics that we are going to discuss about. Now if you talk about flexible manufacturing system, flexible manufacturing talk about material movement within the shop floor. Okay, material movement within the shop floor and machine setup within the shop floor. Okay, similarly I'll just put it in a simple way. It will talk about material movement. Okay, similarly machine layout. Similarly CAP system, if you take the CAP system, it is classified into two. First in is maybe a retrieval type and generative type CAP system. Now these are the two methods which are available with CAP system. CAP nothing but computer aided process planning. You can process the complete plan by using any of these softwares. Retrieval type will help you to use the already existing program or process or the root sheets related to the previous projects, and that can be edited and fed it back to the system to use it for further projects. Generative type is a completely new new project if you want to perform, where you don't have any master copy related or any information related, then we can go with generative type, where everything will start from the scratch level, where we need to procure the material, manpower, machinery, jigs and fixtures, maybe new tools. Everything has to be procured newly, which is ultimately generative nothing but a new one. Retrieval maybe existing data may useful at some point of time. That will speed up the work of manufacturing. Similarly GT, nothing but group technology. This particular group technology will help you in many ways. Okay, grouping of parts can be done by using different classifications. Like it got classified into three. Maybe first one is visual, second one if you talk about product flow analysis, third one is in group technology most important, last but not least, is coding and classification system. Coding and classification. Okay, again this coding and classification done by using a software. Okay, visual inspection nothing but just by looking at the photograph of a specific component or physically looking at the component, we just decide which family does the part belongs to. Okay, so all these topics we are going to cover individually in each and every individual topic or a video. Okay, I'm giving you a brief idea about what exactly it is. Now again RPT is all about creating a prototype by using 3D printer or any other method. That 3D printed part can be used to replace knee joints in a human body or any other part related to human body that is already there under existence. That also we'll try to discuss when we actually go on to that particular topic. And one more is 3D printing. That 3D printing has like you can 3D print a polymer related or plastic related component, and you can 3D print a metal related material also that is there under existence, but it all depends on the money or the cost effectiveness on the company's willingness. Okay, now this 3D printing can be done by using fused deposition modeling or any other methods. There are many other methods available, and the materials in general, fused deposition methods or modeling. Okay, this we'll discuss in detail when I actually will discuss this particular topic. And here we'll try to use different materials like polylactic acid, ABS material, many other materials are available. That materials also we'll discuss in detail. Last but not least, reverse engineering is one of the technology which will help you to photocopy already existing component. Okay, now to do this particular reverse engineering process, we need to talk about what are all the, how to extract the data from the existing material is more important. That can be done by using maybe a coordinate measuring machine, or else we have other equipment like Faro and white light scanner. All these topics or these terms we'll try to discuss when I actually discuss about reverse engineering. Now these machines will help you to extract the data from already existing material or a component or a geometry. Okay, that data we'll try to collect in the form of, that data can be collected in the form of what you call cloud data. The data is collected in the form of, okay, cloud information will give you data about X, Y and Z. Okay, this data is saved in STL format, and that is again fed to the system to develop. Okay, surfaces are developed properly, that going to 3D printed. This we'll discuss in detail when it comes to each and every individual topic. Okay, these are all the topics that we are going to cover in the upcoming lectures, which are completely based on computer-aided manufacturing. Without computers, this will not exist. And one more point to be noted here is, maybe a flexible manufacturing system talk about mid-range and mid-variety kind of manufacturing process. Okay, mid-variety and mid-volume type of manufacturing process. And computer-aided process planning is one which will talk about complete process planning, and what are the parts need to be fabricated, when it need to be fabricated, and what is the time it is going to take each and every part. And without CAP system, group technologies will not be existed in any other form. Okay, there is an interlink between these two. Similarly, there is an interlink between reverse engineering and 3D printing also. Okay, these are the main topics that is going to cover in the academics of any CAD CAM related syllabus. Okay, this is what I would like to introduce you, and in the upcoming lectures we are going to talk each and every topic individually. Okay, and that let us talk about the advancements. Before we'll stop this lecture, we'll just talk about the latest advancements. Other than these topics, these are there from long decades back. Traditional way we are applying from many decades back. Again, we know in general what are the basic application points and what is CNC, roughly we know. And if you talk about the advancements, the latest advancements and trending thing going on is AI learning. Okay, AI is nothing but artificial intelligence. Okay, and machine learning. Machine will learn things by itself. Okay, to make or to perform some task, to manufacture some component, to write some program. Okay, these are the latest trends which are under existence now, but lot more research is going on still. I am going to give you some exclusive lectures based on artificial intelligence and machine learning also in the upcoming lectures. If these two terms comes into picture completely, comes in the market completely, if each and every organization try to implement AI and machine learning, then maybe at some point of time all these will get vanish and only these two terms will exist in the market, which is very much helpful, because man thinking level and man abilities are not required when these two comes under picture. They can take their own decision, and how does they work, and what are the basic principles of AI and machine learning, and what are the application points, how it going to change the upcoming trend, that we'll discuss in the upcoming lectures. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe the channel and share the channel so that more students will get benefited. Thank you for now.